Hi there. Welcome back to the channel and another video. Well, initially I had started shooting to build this tool caddy, but like many of my plans, they don't really work out the way I want them to. So instead, we are building this folding workbench. And that is purely because I don't really have any work surface or workspace. I'm using a little bit of my veranda as my workshop currently until I get around to building my real workshop. So what happens is that I end up using my braai area, as a work surface, and that's not ideal. So let's get straight ahead into this build, and let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to start by marking and cutting all of this timber. These are offcuts that I've got from the building project that we're doing behind us. And all of this timber is going to end up in the junk heap or burnt anyway. It's nice CCA treated timber. And for the work surface, I've got some of this 20 mil Baltic pine that I'm going to use as a top. So let's get ahead and I'll start cutting and then we can see how far we get today. I had a voltage surge on my sliding miter saw. I've got the Capex 120 Festool. So that's what the control board looks like. It's blown the capacitor clean off the board. So instead now I'm having to do it the hard way, which is with my jigsaw. It's not going to be 100% accurate. This is why they say measure twice and cut once. I measured everything to 720 and of course I measured the one to 710. So it's not a train smash really, but I've got to go now and cut everything down to 710 again. So it's just added work for me and it'll make the table just a centimeter shorter. Yeah, eventually I threw the jigsaw out because it's just not giving me an accurate cut. So I've gone to my circular saw, but because the timber is pretty small, I'm just balancing the track on the other timber, and so I'm going to see how that works out. I think it should work. As you can see, that didn't work out so good either because I didn't clamp the workpiece. So let's just restart. Take two. Let's see how this works out. Well, it's not ideal, but it works. That definitely looks much better. I'm happy with that. I don't need 100% accuracy on this, but it would be nice to get it close enough. So that's what the frame will look like, and I'm just going to put pocket holes into it. I've got the Milescraft pocket hole jig here, so I'm going to go ahead, mark and drill, and then I'll start assembling the frame. I didn't bore you with all of the drilling, but basically I put two holes on that side and one on the other side because it's pretty thick, so it's really only holding up to there. So I wanted to hold a little bit stronger, and then we'll put wood glue as well. So I'm going to go ahead and now start assembling the frame. And here's the two pieces of the outer frame. That's my chickens. So yeah, that's lunch. That is the two sides of the frame, or the two ends. I'm now going to go ahead and make the pieces in between. Yeah, shut up. I'm going to make the pieces in between, and then I hope I have enough hinges, but let's see what we got. Else I'll have to get some tomorrow, but let's go ahead. Okay, so I'm just cutting up the middle pieces now. These are the pieces that are going to fold and join the bench together. And I'm just using the jigsaw here because it's a pretty thin piece of timber, and I don't really need it to be 100% square. The other one was too thick, so I was getting a sort of like a beveled cut. Okay, so feeding time on the farm. You can see the boys are. We've got the babies locked up in there, and the big rooster that's being kicked out, he gets fed separately. And then there's another rooster with his 4 hens underneath there. So it's, yeah, interesting time now. Now it's a battle to get the little ones in. We keep them separately. So we're trying to catch the little one. Yeah, that one there. That one. Right, let's go get back to what we're doing. So I've got the middle pieces. I'm using smaller hinges in the middle because I don't have bigger hinges. And then for the outsides, we're going to use the slightly bigger hinges. So I'll show you, we'll record the entire process of putting on the hinges. These probably aren't the best hinges for this job, but it's what I've got. So it's what I'm going to use. Like with most of my projects, I try to do it with what I've got on hand. I'm probably going to have to replace these hinges at a stage, probably at a stage soon. But for now, I think they will do. Mounting it up to the table or to the frame proper. Oh, that doesn't sit very nicely, but it's fine. I can sort it out at a later stage. So I am short of 2 hinges like this. I know I've got one in the workshop, and means we'll have to get another one tomorrow. But let's just work with what we've got for the moment. I think I made a balls up here. So this one needs to come on this side.
Very loose. What's all this?
Okay, let's put on some wheels. That sound you hear in the background is the sound of eggs. Somebody's just laid some eggs, or one egg. Okay, so I'll need to get some what do you call them, hasps, or I'm not sure what you call them, just to lock these in place. But what will also happen is that when I make the top and we put the top on, I will be able to lock the top in place like that, so it will hold it pretty stiff. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. Right, so I am now making up the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece here on the inside there, so that when I push it in, it actually locks itself in place, and it helps to make the table a bit more sturdy. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to mark, and I'm going to mount that, and then when I come back I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty dark. I've got it done though. I've put the top together. Let me turn it around and show you what it looks like. Well, here it is. I'm really not happy with that. It doesn't sit nicely. I'll change that. Those hinges are too small. But the top is good. The table is sturdy enough. It's going to work for what I wanted to do. So all in all, I'm going to call that a good build. I'm happy with it. So yeah, if you have liked my video with all of the mistakes that I've made, hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. It helps my channel grow. I will really appreciate that. I'm going to, before I leave you, I'm going to just show you what it looks like folded once again. So that's it with the top off. Let me get my cameraman to hold the camera for me while I fold it for you. Okay, so that's how it folds, and then I can wheel it to the side of the worktop and then just park it off. I'll get something just to lock it in place and just to hold these open as well, but I'm pretty happy with that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.